back with the Tri-State Sports Guys, top of the Cable Ray Studios here in Norwalk. Been a good show, I think.
So far.
You know what I mean?
We gotta finish strong.
We gotta finish strong, and this is my favorite segment, 5 and 10. We're gonna wrap it up quick. Tonight's 5 and 10 is brought to you by DJK Fuel.
Unbelievable.
Now, you know
I personally
Eddie
love him. I love his whole family.
Eddie Marini, Nikki Marini, the whole family, his father Alex, all of them, great people. Eddie now, he's going into business with Andy Passinetti. They do heating and oil. You got to check him out. I actually called him today. 33 cents a gallon he saved me. Honest to God, hand to God.
If I had oil, he would have my
You'd have to.
100%.
I would pay an extra $1 to go to Eddie, let alone the fact that he
I
saved
may buy
me money.
oil from him just to buy it from him.
Check him out. DJK Fuel.
Love the guy.
203-866-9355. Tell him the Tri-State Sports Guy sent you. He's going to take care of you. You know he takes care of you.
Always.
It's Eddie Marini. All right, let's get right into the 5 and 10. First topic. Next year they're going to win 5 games.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully.
The Oakland Raiders. What do you got to say for this season? What do you got to say for the fact that they had a shot here?
We sat here in October. We didn't even know who JT was, and I told you they'd be 8-8.
Yeah.
Not a shocker that they're 8-8. I bought in a little. They were winning 7-0 at the same time that Tebow was doing nothing. So I was like, maybe they have a shot, and they just don't play any defense. I was talking with Mike T before the show today, before you came, and I like the fact that Hugh Jackson went after him a little, but it seemed, and Mike T agreed, it was a little like fraudulent in terms of like, why haven't he said this for nothing changed. He was mad at how they tackled and how they played. They've been doing that same thing for 7 games.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot needs to change. Run DMC needs to figure out whether he could be a professional football player or a flag football player.
He's a fantastic talent.
But he's plexiglass.
But he is, and I mean, when they were a
very
completely
down.
different team after he went down.
Yeah.
I still think I said it from the moment it happened. It was a terrible trade.
Of course it was.
And now...
Where's Terrell Pryor?
Yeah,
he couldn't get any burn?
I mean, do they have any draft picks next year?
I don't know.
What did they use Terrell Pryor, the second round?
The pick that they made the most fun of in Raiders history is Sebastian Janikowski. And him and Shane Leckler are the best players on the team. They're both Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
And it's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, Janikowski's ridiculous. And Leckler's, I mean, if they're going to
He's
have
the best
a
of all
punter
time.
make the Hall of Fame, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Other than that, the rest of the Raiders stink.
Oh, they all stink. That's right. They're terrible. All right. Let's stick with...
Mike T thinks they're going to win 10 games, by the way, next year.
10. Yeah, they're double digits next. That's his bold pick for 2012. All right. We talked a little bit about it in different segments in the show, but the national championship game this upcoming week here. Now, I keep going back and forth, so I really want to know your opinion on it. We'll get our picks in a minute. Well, we are actually giving our picks, but what is your problem, or do you have a problem with the fact that they're playing again this year? Now, I keep going back and forth. Part of me saying, well, the regular season's one thing. There's plenty of times you see, a team lose to a team in the regular season and then beat them in the playoffs, so what does it matter? But then again, they don't have a playoff system, so you're going to say, well, how, they each have one loss, except I beat you at your home field and you beat me at a neutral site. How are you the national champion? So, to me, it highlights one of your bold statements that you need to have a change.
I have a problem with it for that exact. There are so many teams that are worthy. I think that unless another team can't make a case for it,
But how could you make the case for Oak State when they lost to a team who wasn't great?
With some crazy circumstances.
But they don't care. You lost to a team that was not the number 1 team in the country.
Like I said,
they got 1 loss to the number 1 team in the country. You're going to tell me that Oklahoma State should be playing and they lost to some joker team? I mean, a team that's not, right? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? But I also understand the other argument is, like, at the end of the day, if you beat me, we're going to have 1 loss, and I beat you 1.
I think what people don't like is that the game that they played was not a good game. It was an ugly game. So people are like, we got to watch that again. I don't think that has anything to do with it. You don't think it was a high-powered game that came down to, like, the last... No. You don't think people would be like, I can't wait to see those 2 teams play again? I think that it would be different. I really do.
I don't think so. What do you think? You got any opinion on that?
I agree with that last statement by O.
You think that has anything
to
do?
Shootout, people would be more inclined to accept it.
Nobody wants to see another 9-6 game.
But I understand, but you're still gonna have the same argument about the system, about whether they should be able to do it.
But what you said is correct. Oklahoma, Alabama only lost to LSU, who at worst is the second best team in the country. Oklahoma State lost to an unranked Iowa State team. Now, granted, they had a lot of circumstances, but they still lost.
That's what I mean.
And every other team lost. There's no undefeated teams.
You're right. So these are the 2 best teams in the country.
I definitely agree with that, too.
So they should be playing each other, but so many people have such a big problem with it. You're Bowden on talking
because of the way that first game.
I don't think so. Because you got like Bobby Bowden over there talking about when he had to do it. They played Florida. twice, and he thinks it's just unfair to have to ask somebody that to beat a team twice. You already went to their building and you beat them. I think it just shows you that one of the reasons I can't get. I like college football, but I'm not a huge college football guy. It's just one of those things. I like a winner. Just show me who wins. You know what I mean?
The experts were saying too that some of the voters have said that even if LSU loses, they still might vote them as a national champion, which creates even crazier of a scenario. Because then it's not really one game. It's not the one game. It is just the culmination of the whole season.
Screwed up the way the coaches, they won't vote for when their rankings because they want to help themselves out. Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Let's get into NBA a little bit. I mean, I know people say we neglect the NBA a little bit, but we only got an hour and 20 minutes to talk on the show. A lot of times it's just tough to fit them in. But let's talk a little about the Knicks. Now, have you been watching the Knicks at all? Yeah. Because I've watched a decent amount of them. I mean, it's been. I don't want to sound like a broken record because everybody's saying it, but I mean, Amari Stoudemire, all he wants to do is shoot jump shots. That's all he wants to do. I'm driving in today to the studio, and all you hear him, 16-foot jump shot from Amari Stoudemire, no good. Like, that's all he wants to do. Like, what, they haven't changed a bit of what was their problem last year.
They don't play any defense.
Still don't play any defense. They still don't. They thought that they were gonna have a bigger presence inside, and they really don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're just banging around.
Chandler's only one guy, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. But even he's not a rebounding machine like they thought they were gonna get. He's defensive minded, but I mean, he's not over there just scooping up. He's not the hump.
I think
they needed the hump.
I think it's because of the way they play.
They had Humphries, they'd be better off. You know that.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way they play defense, though.
I agree with you.
I wonder if
with their guard plays, it is big of a deal. I mean,
I do. I think two things. I think number one, Stoudemire. The reason he's taking, he must be hurt. He must not want to do anything physical.
Well, I think it's the new glasses he wears. You seen these new spectacles he wears? They look like nerd glasses.
My wife actually wondered. My wife actually wondered if they were playing outdoors because they have like tint to them. And it was not a crazy question.
And he's got to put him up because when he shoots fast shots, he has to put him up.
Maybe it's like the Winter Classic.
Now, why would he have to put him up? If he has trouble seeing when he's shooting foul shots, he's still shooting those same jump shots. And he should pop him up every time. He should get the flip-ups. Like in
the eye black outfield.
You can flip him on and off and he's going to shoot.
And I also think that maybe this Baron Davis is a much bigger deal than I thought. Like maybe they really do need a guard. Then again, at the end of the day, you got to play defense. If you don't play defense, you have no shot.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I mean, Baron Davis...
Tony is not making it to the All-Star break at this pace.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I told you I worry about the health of Amari Stoudemire and his age.
I know.
Hey, how many games is he going to give you out of these 66 games? Is he going to give you 50, 55? Yeah. He's going to be banged up in and out of the lineup.
I agree.
And without him, they got one of the best scorers in the league, if not the best scorer. I mean, at times he is unstoppable, but is that enough in the East? I don't think so.
And one more very quick thing is everyone's making a big deal about the fact that these teams don't seem to be showing any effects from these back-to-back games. We're 6 games in. Talk to me in February after another back-to-back. Yeah. Then we'll see. Like anybody could play. Tim Duncan could play 6 straight days right now.
Especially with no preseason. They play 2 preseason games.
Yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait a little while.
They're very fresh legs, right? Exactly. All right. Topic number 4. We're going to kick it over to you, JT. What do you think about the Winter Classic? I mean, I know we talked a little bit about it off the air. You had to be thrilled. I watched a decent amount of it.
I did.
Most of the second period, all the third period. I mean, what'd you think? I mean, is it the type of thing? I mean, clearly, it's a great idea for the NHL to do because it gets guys like me, who normally don't watch it. We're excited about it. We talked about it being one of the cooler events in sports. We made our top 10 a couple weeks ago. So, how into it were you? I mean, go ahead. As a hockey fan, are you into it as much as we are? Is it cool, or is it just like a novelty?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's great. I mean, there's a little bit of a novelty-esque feeling to it because it's the only time that they're ever going to play a game outside. So you get a little bit of a novelty feeling, but overall, I think it's great. I think it's great for hockey. It brings more people to a hockey game than normally would be able to go. It like doubles the attendance having it in these baseball stadiums.
100%, right?
I think it's cool to see how each player reacts differently to being outside, the shadows, the sun glare, dealing with the elements they wouldn't have to deal with. And, it's always going to be a good matchup. You have 2 pretty storied franchises in the Flyers and the Rangers getting together. Played a great hockey game. As a Ranger fan, I loved it. I watched it from the first period puck drop to to the end.
Would you make like an event of it? Or are you sitting there like you're excited about it all day?
I'm watching the 24/7s up until
that's what I'm saying. So as a hockey fan, this is like, you're getting yourself fired up for it.
I think it's comparable and even a little bit better because there's meaning to like an All-Star break type of event, like an All-Star type of event.
Yeah,
but it's got meaning. The game has meaning.
Right. I mean, I remember getting hyped up for like dunk contests and stuff when I was younger and home run derby. You make an event of it. You go over.
Yes. No, you're right. I was frustrated by what seemed to me, and clearly to the Rangers, bad officiating. And like for someone like me, I'm seeing things. I'm like, that's not a penalty. Even I know.
I don't know.
It was
exciting.
The penalty shot at the end, I think, was the most intriguing aspect.
I
mean, it was probably a penalty, right? But not a penalty shot.
I was worried.
That was where
it was
awesome.
though.
It was so awesome.
Stoned him up. I'm fired up for you.
Oh, I was so jacked up because Brier's a good player. One of their better scorers.
From a personal standpoint, I watched this 24/7. You know that. My boy, the goalie,
didn't even play.
He got benched.
What's up with that? I did.
Apparently, he had been.
Because I kept saying.
And I have to apologize and correct myself. I said Brizbilla. It's Brizgalov. His name is Ilya Brizgalov.
And apparently he had been struggling up until I haven't seen the last.
I was the same thing because you guys talked about it. I watched those clips you had sent me. We put them out there.
The producer of that show is probably very annoyed because they spend a lot of time on that guy.
Right. And he's got final cut there.
He's not even in a play. He's not even playing.
I mean, he's an odd character. I think there might maybe somewhere written in his contract or something. He's like, listen, I just don't play outside. You don't know. But
they said he was struggling. I don't know enough about the Flyers.
What's better than a struggling goalie to put him on a stage like that and against the New York Rangers? You think he'd sharpen up, focus up a little bit?
He deserves a shot.
That's what I think. Sharpen up and focus.
I agree, dude. That's what I didn't like.
It's in division game too. I mean, there's a lot of play. The thing that's interesting too between that game is the Rangers and the Flyers are 1-2 in their division, the Atlantic Division. But because of the way the playoff structure is set up, if you're first in the Atlantic Division and you're second in the Atlantic Division by 1 point, you're probably going to be the fourth seed in the playoffs because the first teams in each division 100%. Get those top 3 seeds.
Right.
So
you're going to be a fourth at best.
Game. Yeah. Exactly. Fourth at best.
You could be a 5 seed. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And I think it's always cool anytime New York's going against Philly. It's always, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a fight. So that's why it's exciting too. I mean, I don't know if the game works if it's 2 random teams.
You're probably right.
But it's going to
It's been 5 years and it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
I think they're gonna over the next 10 years they're gonna recycle more of these same teams. Like you're not gonna do that in
because
in LA. You can't do that in LA.
Yeah, they have these alumni games.
Right. You're not gonna get the Coyotes or whatever.
Yeah, you can't do that in Carolina. It's
unless
too
they
warm
bring the whale
anyway,
back.
too, you know?
They bring the whale back. We'll do it right
Tampa
up in
Bay.
Oh boy.
All right. We got a couple minutes left though. What do you got? Get us into our potpourri.
Two quick.
Rapid fire. If it's Kardashian, I'm gonna throw this
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith apparently are getting divorced. This is that's the rumor.
Bite your tongue.
That's the rumor. I can't believe that. There was always rumors that they were like swingers. And they
is that right? Well, that's like with the Ashton Kutcher.
Yes.
They were swingers. What?
Kutcher. That's.
I thought this was his name.
Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher's KOOCHER.
Kutcher. I think I'm saying it right.
I have 2 questions. Justin Timberlake apparently got engaged to Jessica Biel.
Hot.
Do you trust him? I
feel like he's like my sister. I
feel like it's a Derek Jeter situation. Like, can he be trusted? I feel like he did this probably because he was going to lose her.
Yeah, I don't know why he's getting engaged. Why is he getting engaged? Unless he wants to have a kid or something. I don't know. What's Justin?
They'll be married for 5 years and then they'll be on
I don't even know.
Have some beautiful kids. It'll be great.
Yeah. She's very hot.
Yes.
Oh, she's
and this is a question. This is a question.
I don't know what she's on. She was in that Chuck and Larry movie.
And that Freddie Prinze Jr. movie. Summer Catch.
Oh, I haven't caught that flick.
Yeah.
I saw him throw just his motion in the commercial. Made me not want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did not sell me as a professional. I'm a pitcher.
Here's my question. I'm new to the Christmas holidays. What is the proper time to take down your tree / lights?
3 Kings Day, January 6th.
You take down all your lights by January 6th?
That's 3 Kings Day. That's what you do. That's like right? What's the name of the?
I don't know the answer.
holiday?
I'm not asking you.
That's a Spanish holiday.
I don't know the answer.
This is Norwalk.
I don't know the answer. Is that right?
That's tradition
I'm under the impression
in my
that
house.
People take their trees down by whatever day you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And lights go on for a long time after that. Is that not true?
Look, there's people. My next door neighbors.
My lights. My next door
neighbors. Hope they don't listen to the show. They live in a pink house, and their lights are on 24 hours. Their lights are on 365
That's
days.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know that that's acceptable just because they do
What's acceptable?
3 Kings Day.
No, what's acceptable? That's what you want. What's acceptable?
I mean, mid-January. You can't make it to February with your
all
lights
you people out there, have them out of there before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, please.
Have a good week, everyone. We're going to Tri-State Sports, guys.
See ya.